Hi everyone, Tanya here from Sleep Right, Sleep Tight. This week I just wanted to cover something that we get asked quite a lot, or that seems to come up in a lot of mum Facebook pages and things like that, is when they have a toddler that it keeps coming into mum and dad's room at night time. So how to keep that little person in their room, in their bed throughout the night. So I guess number one is definitely to make sure that you haven't tried to move your little toddler a little bit too early into a toddler bed. You know, sometimes we think, oh, we've got a new baby coming, we need the cot. It's always best to wait until that little toddler is 100% ready for that move, rather than just thinking I've got to get them out of the cot because I need it for one reason or another. So if your little person is under 2 and you're finding that they are coming into your room of a night time, they're not settling on their own and things like that, the very first thing I will actually generally always say to you is put them back into a cot. A little person under the age of 2 who is not sleeping well generally will not sleep well, unless you aim to have them back into that cot and get them settling in there. So it just doesn't seem to go quite so well for most under the age of 2. So if they're over 2, a couple of tips, a couple of things that we look at. Number one is quite a big one. Ensure that they are settling on their own at bedtime. So if they have associations, if they are reliant on mum, dad, cousin, brother, sister, grandparents, whoever, to sit with them, to lay with them, to be in that room, physically in that room with them while they're falling asleep at bedtime, you're going to find that throughout the night when they wake up, they're looking for that exact same thing. So they're looking for whatever happens at bedtime, they're going to want that to be mimicked every time, or a mirror image every time they do wake up and stir throughout the night. So you're going to find that if you're sitting with them at bedtime, if they wake up at 2 a.m, you're going to need to go back into their room and sit with them in order for them to go to sleep. So number one is definitely making sure that they can fall asleep independently on their own come bedtime. Number two, when they do, so that's initially at bedtime. When they do wake up, when they do come into your bedroom of a night time, don't get cranky. So don't, as hard as it is, I know, we all love our sleep. They've just woken us up from the best dream or, really deep part of our sleep. So it's very easy to get cranky at them at this time of night. Try not to. Try and just keep things nice and calm. So don't get cranky at them. Don't give them any extra attention. So don't give them lots and lots of cuddles and kisses and, oh, you're okay, come on, let's go back to bed. Attention, negative, positive, of any sort, can encourage those nighttime visits more or less. So keep them very, very neutral, very calm. Take them by the hand and make them walk back into their bedroom. Tuck them back into their bed and leave them to it. So no extra attention, just, don't let them come into your bed for a snuggle and a cuddle and then take them back in. Just that once where we go, you know what, I'm just too tired, I can't deal with this tonight. They remember that, and it's very, very hard for them to let go of that. So ensuring that each and every time you are walking them back into their room, letting them walk themselves, tuck them back into bed and leave them to it again. Quick little kiss and hey, I'll see you in the morning. Something that can come in handy for some toddlers is our grow clock. So there's lots of different varieties out there. Grow clocks are great. There's a sheep one as well, I believe. Kmart are having one which is really, really popular at the moment. Quite cheap, it does the same thing. So it's a star or a moon at night time and then turns into a sun for daytime. So it just signals to that child that it's time to get up. So using tools quite consistently can definitely help. Little reward charts, all those sorts of things can definitely help to keep them in their own bed. One thing I do encourage you to use is what we call a hall pass. So once they're in bed, they get one hall pass. So that might mean that they can get one drink of water, or they can go to the toilet just once. So things like that. Just make sure that in your bedtime routine you've covered all of that. So they've been to the toilet, they've had a drink of water, they've said goodnight to mummy, daddy, brothers, sisters, whoever happens to be in the house. So you've covered that list. You've covered, I guess, all of those excuses that they're possibly going to come up with. If you've got a toilet training little person, absolutely, let them out of bed to go to the toilet. There's nothing worse than having a setback because you haven't allowed that to happen. So use that as your one hall pass in order to let them go. Hope that helps. If you are really struggling with that initial getting them to settle in their bed at bedtime, like I said, that's going to be number one. You're going to see those nighttime wake-ups and those nighttime visits continue if they're not settling on their own, unfortunately. So if that's something you are struggling with, that is really, really, really common. Please do let us know. Get in touch with Vanessa or myself. We would love to help you with that and get your little one settling. All right, guys, have an awesome day, an awesome week, and we'll catch you soon. Bye.